Now, YouTube has only one question it asks about your content. Will your content keep people on YouTube for longer? If people are enjoying your content on YouTube with these three parameters that I mentioned, then YouTube has no other option but to push your content and make it go viral. Why does it feel like everybody on YouTube knows exactly what they're doing? Well, except you. As in, you just post and then sit down like a security guard refreshing your page and waiting for views, while YouTube is just there saying, you need to chill. Here's the truth, right? YouTube is not confusing. It may be a bit tricky, but it's not confusing. You just haven't been introduced to it properly. And trust me, once you understand how YouTube actually works, your growth will finally start making sense. And that is why I'm here today to break everything down for you. Today, I'm breaking down how YouTube actually works in the simplest way you've heard it. No big grammar, no complicated analytics, just pure clarity. So make sure you stick till the end so you don't miss out on any juicy gist. So let's start with the emotional parts, because I know you're tired of hearing post consistently. Every single person is telling you that. But the problem is you're actually posting. You post every single day. You're like a landlord on this app and on all the other social media platforms that you use. But here's the mistake that 90% of new YouTubers actually make. And I was guilty of this when I started my social media content creation journey. You're uploading random content and hoping that YouTube will just pick it. Or maybe you just luckily go viral. But YouTube doesn't work based on vibes, right? It works with strategy. So YouTube only pushes content that viewers are actively searching for or enjoying right now. So meaning if your content doesn't match what people want, the algorithm will simply skip it, right? So on YouTube, strategy will always come first. So if you're posting without planning your content, or you're just posting the kind of content you think you would love to see, well, you may end up wasting your time on this app. Now follow me closely because I'm about to break down the practicality of YouTube. Now YouTube has one question it asks about your content, and that is, will your content keep people on YouTube for longer? Right? Will your content make people spend more time on YouTube? That is it. That is the entirety of the YouTube algorithm. And YouTube measures this using three major things. The first one is CTR. What is CTR? Click-through rate, right? What that means is how many people clicked your video when they saw your thumbnail. And that is why you have to pay attention to your thumbnail. Is your thumbnail attractive enough? Because that is like the first impression of your video. If someone is scrolling through YouTube and they find your thumbnail, is it going to pull them in? Is it going to make them click on the video and watch the video? So if you have a good CTR, YouTube pushes it more. So that's one parameter for measurement, right? The second one is AVD, which is average view duration. Are people staying to watch your video? So it's not just enough that people are interested because of your thumbnail, or they are attracted to your video because of your thumbnail. Is there value enough to keep them watching? So did they stay? Did they click off? Or did they watch till the end? So if people stay long on your video, YouTube says, okay, I think this content may be valuable, so let's try showing it to more people, right? And the third thing YouTube measures is the satisfaction signals. And what are those things that send these signals? Your likes, your comments, the engagement, basically, the engagement on your content. So if people are watching your content, first of all, people clicked on your video because they loved the thumbnail. And then did they stay to watch because there was actually value that kept them going? So did they watch till the end? And then other satisfaction signals, are these people getting value enough to be pushed to engage on your content? So your likes, your comments, your shares, people returning to your channel, people watching multiple videos from one. YouTube is basically tracking, are people really enjoying you? So this is why virality is not luck. It's not magic. It's simply YouTube saying, people like you, so let's show you off to more people. It's applicable in everyday life. It's just like the actors. When people see your good work in one movie, you see producers on your case. Brands are calling you. Why? They want you to be the face of their brand because they've seen what you can do. They've seen what you can offer. You did very well in this one. You're doing good and people are enjoying you. So of course, if we bring you into our brand, the potential is there for us to make more sales, right? So it's just practical. If people are enjoying your content on YouTube with these three parameters that I mentioned, then YouTube has no other option but to push your content and make it go viral. Can you see that? Now, let me explain the 4 major things that make creators grow. 4. And honestly, when I discovered this along my creator journey, when I figured this out, it changed everything. I am just starting out on YouTube, but some of these tips are also applicable on other social media platforms. So they're practical. You can use them on YouTube. You can use them on other platforms you're trying to grow on. The first one is clarity of niche. Yeah. But no, wait, just chill. I don't mean boxing yourself into a corner. People are multi-talented and yes, they want to do a lot of things, but your niche is not what you post, right? Your niche is who you're helping, your audience, not your vibe, not what you like. It's your audience. Who is your content for, right? So once you know who your videos are for, your content becomes clearer. You now know what your audience is looking for and you know how to give it to them. So for example, my channel helps small business owners and creators to build clarity, confidence, and visibility online. That's my own personal goal. That's the audience that I serve, right? So you have to find out who your audience is, and then that will help you to know the kind of content to put out there. The second one is competitor studying. Now, notice I didn't say competitor copying. Yeah, that's not what we're talking about. So please stop competing with yourself. Oh, the only competition I have is myself. Then you may not grow. You may not attain the heights that you're actually looking for, that you're aspiring for. You have to study people who are already successful in the lane that you want to go. So if, for example, you want to go into the comedy niche, right? You want to serve people who are interested in watching comedy. You have to look at what your predecessors are doing, what people who are successful in your lane are doing. What are they doing to be successful? How are they creating their content? What are the elements that make their content enjoyable? And why are people loving them? But don't copy. Observe patterns instead. What hooks do they use? How do they title their videos? What thumbnails work best for them? Find out what works for them. You don't even have to have a one-on-one with these people. From afar, you can study, you can see their patterns, you can see some of their content that are doing well, and those that are not doing well. And then you infuse all of that and create your own ideal package. And the third one is content structure. Now, every good YouTube video follows a simple flow. It doesn't have to be complicated. You have your hook. The hook is what happens in the first few seconds of your video. That thing that you say or do. It could be visual. It could be a sound hook. It could be anything, right? That gets your viewers drawn in. And then the setup. How do you bring them in? Your introduction. How do you get your people settled in? And then the main value, the center, of course, is self-explanatory. The payoff. What do they get for staying up to this point of this video? And then the CTA, call to action. What are they going to do after this video? So it's just a simple flow. You have to design your own structure, keep it simple but effective. So if your video has no structure, your viewers are most likely to get tired and bored and probably leave your video halfway gone. So yeah. And the fourth one is storytelling. I am so particular about this one because it is so important. Whether you're a content creator or a business owner, you need to know how to tell a good story. You need to know how to infuse storytelling in your content, because tell me who doesn't love a good story. Every single person loves to hear stories. Oh, this happened to me today. Oh, tell them stories. Now, information is so good. It's good. When they say business owners should create content, the mistake a lot of people make is they focus too much on educational content. While that is good, you also have to have, that's why you have to have content pillars, right? And I'll talk about that in another video. Now, you have to have content pillars that direct you on the kind of content to create. Information is good, but also tell stories. Stories glue people to the screen. Like, they will get people watching till the very end, especially if you know how to tell a good story. Stories make people feel emotionally connected to you. They see the real you. They understand you. They can relate to what you're saying. So it's not just what you're teaching, it's how you're making them feel while learning it, right? And trust me, when you find the best way to tell your stories or infuse stories in your content, you have just about won it real good. Now, this is what virality really looks like. No, it's not what you think. People think that virality is always loud, but sometimes virality can be quiet. Sometimes it's that one video that gets 5 views today, 15 views tomorrow, and in the next 2 months, before you know it, you're getting 10,000, 20,000 views. It has happened. There have been times when I thought the content will not do well after spending the whole day editing and posting, and in 24 hours it was still having 10, 15 views. I was tempted to delete it. And trust me, we've all been in that shoe where you think this particular content is not going to make sense. And boom, the next morning, it shot up to 1,000 something. It's still counting to 3,000 something. That's a short video. So virality may not come instantly. It may not happen the way we expect it to be. It may just be going gradually. And when it's going to make sense eventually, you will be surprised. And that is actually called search-based virality. So the more people are searching for this content, YouTube keeps recommending that video to more people keep viewing it, and before you know it, it hits the algorithm and it takes off. And that's the beauty of YouTube, right? YouTube is the only platform where your content doesn't expire. And that is why you need to focus on creating evergreen content. So your videos or your contents don't lose their value within a short time. So when someone is searching for the solution to a problem you're facing 2 years from now, YouTube can still recommend your video because it still has the value that they are seeking. So focus on creating evergreen content that has value for years to come, right? Instead of jumping on trends that may not even be relevant to your brand. So start creating valuable evergreen content that solves problems for you. So here's my final advice, right? If you want to succeed on YouTube, you want to go viral, or you want to grow on YouTube, the base of this whole thing, now that you've understood what YouTube virality is all about, it's not just about posting anything and posting the kind of content you want. I want you to focus more on posting valuable content. See, find who your audience is and make sure you go out of your way to give them the very best of yourself. So if your audience is people who like to watch comedy, you're serving people on comedy content, make sure you crack them up the best way you can. If you're teaching people, make sure you break things down the way every single person will understand. Whoever your audience is, make sure you go out of your way to provide value that will stand the test of time. So if you loved this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up to support me, and make sure you don't leave without hitting the subscribe button. And yeah, I'm going to drop something for you in the comment section, so make sure you check it out. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.